Hey guys, it's Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and this is TGIF, or Thank God It's Finished. This week I am going to be doing my video in two parts because I have so much stuff. So this is part one, and in this part I'm going to show you my finished objects and the new things that have come into my life. What's been going on in life? A lot of sewing, not a lot of knitting. This past weekend was the Green Mountain Fiber Festival. Had a great time. Lots of I guess. But other than that, it's really, I've just been chained to my sewing machine and taking care of Dewey. Dewey had his stitches out. He's doing great. Really couldn't ask for anything better. Now we're just working on following through with the aftercare plan to minimize how many times he'll have to have this done again. That's about it. Pardon my appearance. I just got out of the shower. It's been a long couple weeks, like I said, but not long in a bad way. Long in a good way. I mean, even Dewey's surgery was long in a good way because the outcome was so great. And Mia apparently sees something on the television. Mia, you telling a story? So what have I finished? I'm not sure if I showed it to you in progress. I think I did. But I knit a pair of Elmo pants out of Knit Picks Brava. I think it was in the red, white, black, and pumpkin or orange. I'm not sure color. And those have been sent off to the recipient, so I will insert a picture of those here. Pattern, I kind of like took a little from this pattern, a little from that pattern, and then just did what I wanted. But they were fun to knit, and I'm hoping that the person I sent them to will send me some pictures of the little 2-year-old wearing them because they're just adorable. So the next thing that I knit, I forgot another bag, but that's okay, was Without Moonlight. It's a free pattern by Caitlin French on Ravelry. I talked about it last time. I knit it out of this. It took approximately half a skein, and I washed it and blocked it, and it's beautiful. It came out beautifully. I love the way it came out, and I did block some points into it. So the pattern was a lot of fun, kept your interest, and quick. I knitted on size 9 needles. I probably next time would go up to a 10, if not a 10.5, just to make it a tiny bit bigger. But I loved it. It was a lot of fun, and I can see myself wearing this in the spring to put something over my arms when it gets a little chilly. And I will show you this again when I show you something that I got at the Fiber Festival. Yes? Oh, I thought you were waiting for me. Are you? Me? You laughing at me? You sure? It's creeping out. You're creeping me out. Kristen's just sitting there staring at me. Anyway, the next thing I knit was a pair of socks for Kristen. They were out of Opal, and I think the colorway was Prince Henry. And here they are. They're finished. Kristen will be happy that I finally recorded a video so she can actually wear them because they've been sitting for, what, 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
I shall call those my royal toes.
Royal toes. I'll have to change that on Ravelry. Royal toes. So I really like those. Those were fun. You know how much I love me some Opal. I crocheted a hat. It's a pay-for pattern on Ravelry out of some Vanna's Choice scraps. It's called Pretty Petals. Pretty Petals. It's really cute. I'm probably going to send this to my sister for next fall for Sadie. And yeah, I like the top. They had you do some chains and tie a bow. I'm not exactly sure that I would do that again, but I like the look of it. It is considered a slouchy hat. I'm not sure how cooperative a 1-year-old would be with a slouchy hat. They'd look cute, but I don't think they'd keep it. So it was a quick and easy pattern. Next, I knit a pair of socks for myself out of some yarn I showed you last time. It's some Regia. I have never knit with Regia before, but I loved it. It was fun. And I didn't think I'd be able to match these socks up. I'll actually show you what happened. So it's the Regia Design Line Random Stripe by, I don't know how you say this name. Something Calf Facet. Kaffe. Calf. Anyway, it's by him and it's color 2900. And I knit the first sock and I had resigned myself to the fact that they weren't going to match, and I actually decided I was okay with that. So I started knitting the second sock. It started in yellow. And wouldn't you know, I got this far into the sock and I was at the exact same spot where this one started. So I did rip back. I knit a few rows past this and I decided to rip back and make the match because it was that easy to do. So if I had to search for it, I wasn't going to do it. But here they are. These are probably the best matching socks I've ever knit. And by far one of my favorite socks to date. If I were designing these socks, I would leave the yellow out. But then again, I kind of like the yellow in there. So that's those. The last thing I have to show you today, I have one other finished object. It's the Madison scarf, but it's blocking, so I'm going to show that to you in the whip video. The last whip I have with me currently is the Turn a Square hat. I think it's by Jared Flood, and I knit it out of Cascade 220 Superwash and Viking Odin. It's for Kristen. This hat is knit with one solid and one self-striping yarn. It came out really cute. I like the way it looks on. This is the first time I did jogless stripes successfully. Yeah, it's a little bit loose. I would go down a needle size the next time, but I didn't do the tubular cast on. They give you the option for the tubular cast on or to cast on the way you like, and I decided to just go the way I usually do, which is a long tail cast on. I'm talking really fast. So we like this hat. It's going to be for Kristen. I'm suspecting they call it a turn a square because there's a square at the top. So that is all my finished objects. So what is new in my life? There's a lot new in my life. First, I got a package. Most of you know that Zelda NRJ 3 went to Stitches, and she sent me, although I told her she didn't have to, I told her over and over again, she didn't have to, she sent me some stuff from Stitches. So let me show you what she sent. The first thing she sent was this adorable mug. I'm going to need to get a mug tree just for the sheep mugs. Not that I'm complaining, because I love sheep mugs. They're the best. I get a different sheep mug every morning. Currently, I'm using the one Kristen got in the Secret Santa from Amy. Love it. This is one of my favorites because it's huge. Love it. I don't think there's such a thing as a coffee mug that's too big. Z also sent me, oh, I just realized this was pink, this row counter that goes on your finger. I haven't used it yet. I didn't want to use anything until I showed you guys. She sent, oh, Kristen, on top of the refrigerator, there's something that she sent me. It's white and blue. She sent me a mini skein from Miss Babs. It's Yazawada skein in BFF. She sent me this mug. The straw is in the drawer, from the Yarn Over truck, which is great for the summer. And she also sent me a tape measure from the Yarn Over truck. Wish we had something like this near us. And then, of course, she sent me some yarn. She sent me this yak pack, which I think she won this at the, not that I'm complaining because I'm not. She sent me this yak pack, which I think she won at the slumber party, from Bijou Basin. It's 150 yards of a primary color and 75 yards each of the secondary color. It says great for color work. I don't know if it has a colorway on it. It just says a number. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it, but I'm excited to try. I've never used this yarn before, which I'm going to assume is, it's 50% yak and 50% cormo. So 50% yak and 50% wool. So I've never used this before, and I'm looking forward to that. And then the big thing she sent me was Miss Babs, which I have never used before. Yowza What a Skein. It is in color Deep Sea Jellyfish. It's 100% superwash merino, approximately 560 yards. That is a big skein, and it's beautiful. It's called Deep Sea Jellyfish. Look at that. It's got pinks and purples and grays, which are my colors, but then it has this shot of orange and almost like a red orange down here, and it's just beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to make with it yet, but it is so soft. It's so huge, and I love it. So, thank you very much, Z. I love everything, but you didn't have to send me anything. Next, I went to, I picked these up at Joanns. It's just some sheepish in solids. I want to make some more of those turn a square hats, so I got gray. I got a dark gray. What does she call it? Gunmetalish. Color. This is just called black, no ish. And this is espresso. And this is gray. So I got a black, a gray, a dark gray, and a brown to make some more of those. Last week, Kristen and I took a trip out to the western part of the state. I say that like it's so far away, but it takes us a while to get there. We have to go over Killington. Not over Killington. We have to go through Killington. Okay, we have to go over Killington. Just kidding. And we had to go. We were going to Hobby Lobby to pick something up for our niece for her birthday. So I got a couple things. I didn't buy any yarn, but I did get some buttons. I got these little sheep buttons. I got these primarily for the hedgehog and the owl. I got some breast cancer awareness ones. Let's see. I think that might be all the buttons I got. Nope, I got these little flowers, which will be cute on... Oh, these are actually flat back buttons. I didn't realize that when I bought them. That's totally fine, because I will glue them down. I got a couple 3, which I can't find the other one. Oh, it's right in front of me. Of these little flower rhinestoney things. These are also flat back buttons. They were in the clearance section. I got purple, teal, and pink. My goodness, you would think this is the first time I've ever used a camera. I can't figure out where it is. I picked these up because I saw that Terry Tinsel, hi Terry, who is back making videos, had sewn one of these into the ear of his toy, and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. So I got some Made with Love. I don't know if you can see that. Made with Love charms and some handmade charms. These aren't as big as the ones that Terry had, I don't think, but I think they'll work. And yeah. Lastly, I had decided that I wanted to try for myself to make stitch markers. I already have jump rings, so I got some 2-inch head pins and some 2-inch eye pins. And I got some glass beads in purples and blues and greens and whites, apparently. I got some pearly beads, pearlish. They call them assorted pearls. I got 2 charms because they were 50% off. I kind of wish I didn't get these, but they were, like I said, 50% off. And I got some super glue that is for metal and it's like you have extra time before you glue yourself to whatever you're using. It says, oh my gosh, I didn't read this when we bought it. Reduced risk of finger bonding, which is, I'm notorious for that. So that's good. Ooh, itchy nose. We've gone from winter to spring, which in Vermont is mud season. So I've gone from winter allergies straight into out of control spring allergies, and they're killing me. So is that all we got? I also got some measuring tape ribbon, but that's all gone and used up on the Notions bags that I made. We also stopped at the Green Mountain Fibers yarn store, which I had never been to before, and it was a really cute little shop. I posted some pictures up on Instagram. Well, Kristen pointed this out, I got this little sock blocker and some yarn. I actually got 2 of these, and one of them we sent to Margaret for her birthday, and I knit a sock to go on it, but kept this in here so that she can, if she ever wants to, can knit a little sock, and it doesn't have to go in her shoe. So I'll insert a picture of that, of the sock that I knit for Margaret. I'll insert a picture of that here. And the other thing, I picked up a skein of yarn for Margaret when we were there, but I also got a skein of sock yarn. I had never seen this type before. It is a Cascade Yarn Heritage Prints sock yarn. It is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 437 yards, and it was only $13.50, which I think is extremely reasonable for a sock yarn. There it is. Those are the colors coming out pretty good. And there is the sneak peek, oh my gosh, of what the socks should look like. So yes, we got that. And that's all we got there. That's not all that's all, not, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to say that's all we got there. That's more than enough. Now, what else do I have to show you? Oh, Green Mountain Fiber Festival. One of the best things about vending at the Green Mountain Fiber Festival was that I got to do a lot of trades with some of the vendors. One skein of yarn I don't have with me. It's in my whips, so I will show that to you tomorrow. I got a couple shawl pins. I got this one. I should put it on. This is why I was I was keeping my shawl out. I got styled at the festival too because I had told them I had never worn any of my shawls. So I got that one. And then I also got this one just for something different. It looks like this. And you slide it into your knitting like that, and I thought that was very sweet and simple and quick. This you have to be a little fussier with, and this, you know, is quick, so I got those. I'm kind of thinking to see maybe if Kristen would want to experiment with spray painting this silver, because I'm not a gold person, but I don't know if that would work, so I'll let you know. Another thing I got was from Lizme Knits. I got this little dress kit. That's not what my dress will look like. It comes with all the yarn and the button to finish the dress. So I got the 2T size to knit this for Sadie. I checked with my sister to see what size she was going to be in for the summer. And she said she thought she would be in 2T, so I'm going to do that. And lastly, I picked up some fiber. Let me take a double check. Yes, lastly I got some fiber from a company called Fiber Stash. Where does it say where they're located? Let's see. Fiber Stash is just in Vermont. Oh, Colchester, Vermont. The first one I got is a Superwash Merino Roving. It was $14. I don't know that I've ever spun superwash, but Kristen fixed the whirls on my wheel, so I'm hoping to do some of that this week. I gave myself a majority of this week off. I have some work stuff to do tomorrow, some sewing to do tomorrow to get a couple bags in the mail on Friday for some custom print fabric that just came in, but other than that, I gave myself the week off. So, I don't think they gave this a name. It just says number 70121. And it has blacks and pinks and greens and purples. My only rule when I bought fiber was that I couldn't buy any blue because the majority of my fiber stash is blue or has blue in it. So I got that. I got another braid of merino tencel. It's 50% merino, 50% tencel, 4 ounces, in this red, it's like a tonal red, brown, black. It's the best way I can describe it. Some almost rose color. Both of those, I don't think I've spun before. I'm almost positive I haven't spun superwash, but the last thing I got was a bat of 100% Corriedale. And I got this because I had never spun a bat before and because I loved the colors. I'm not a big purple person, but look at that. This is beauty-muss. Beauty-muss. Oh, I love it. I don't know if I'm going to spin this right off just because I need to do some research into the best way to do that. But that was the last thing I got. Lots of trades went on, so I didn't have to spend a lot of money, and I had a really great time. So, that's this. Now you see why I'm splitting the video up into 2. Those are my finished objects and the new things that have come into my life. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy about it. Today's Thursday, April 2nd, and tomorrow, April 3rd, I will put up the whip show. It's kind of going to be embarrassing. So, I hope you're all doing great, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.